So if it's the middle of February and you're freezing your tuchus off and said Novosibirsk or Ekaterinburg, you're going to be wanting to spend your time somewhere warm, say a beach in Sukna or Marsa Matruh. And Egypt recognized this, which is why this weekend they announced that they're going to start accepting the Mir payment system. So what is the Mir payment system? So Mir is the Russian word for world, which is quite indicative of their ambitions for creating a world alternative payment system to the SWIFT. So what is the SWIFT? The SWIFT is the Brussels-located Western banked payment system that allows banks to do international transactions on either the dollar, the euro, or other Western currencies. So this is basically used to make global commerce run. And in 2014, after Moscow invaded Ukraine and annexed the Crimean Peninsula, the West is like, hey, we're kicking you off from our financial systems to really put the hurt on you. So they're kicked off as SWIFT. So Russian banks are like, hey, how are we going to be involved in international commerce? Therefore, they came up with a Mir, and they've had some success in countries adopting the Mir. So, for example, Bahrain recently announced they're going to hop on board. Angola's considering it. Then Egypt, as I mentioned. But then you have countries that are definitely entrenched in it, such as Turkey and South Korea and Vietnam. And then India is actively on board trying to get not only on the Mir, but get their own de-dollarized transaction system, which is RuPay, to be accepted in Russia. So the Rupee has had a lot of domestic success within the Indian market. So in 2012, when it was created, it had less than 1% market share of Indian payment transactions. Fast forward 5 years later, they had a 60% market share within the Indian market, which is a huge market, which really, Visa wasn't too thrilled with it. So these de-dollarized payment systems can really pick up steam within domestic markets. But it'll be interesting to see if these de-dollarized payment systems will be accepted more on a global, transnational level. And I think there will have some success to this, which at point you may be saying, hey, Chase, do you think this is ever going to really seriously threaten the dollar? And I'd say, no, King Dollar is here to stay. And this is why. A, the West has a lock on global consumer good markets pretty much. Everyone's shipping their goods to us to buy. Also, financial services in general, they have a lock on. But particularly, the financial service of maritime insurance will be key. And too often, maritime insurance is overlooked. Most people don't think about it. But hey, if you're a logistics shipping company and you own just afraid of international shipping vessels, these things are wicked expensive. They can cost like tens to hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm not a shipping guy, but I know they cost just an arm and a leg. So you're not going to send your ship overseas from, say, Guangzhou to the port of Los Angeles just uninsured. Let's say a storm happens and the ship sinks. You're going to lose a ton of cash. You're not willing to threaten your assets like that, so you need maritime insurance. And guess who has a lock in maritime insurance? It's the Western financial institutions. So think Lloyd's of London and Allianz and yada, yada, yada. So the East, until they can really create a robust and trustworthy, as insurance is based all upon trust, maritime insurance industry, I feel that Western sanctions and King Dollar is here to stay in international commerce for the near future anyway. But I want to get your opinion, so please let me know your thoughts. Also, give me feedback on this material. Do you like it? Too long? Too short? Please let me know.